Ahoy mateys, and welcome to another episode of Blowing Off Steam, the new show from the Robbins Library where we do an experiment or activity related to STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Today you better get your sea legs ready because we're going to make a ship, but the ship will not be powered by the usual suspects like wind or fuel. Today we're using soap. Shiver me timbers, what's that? Let's get started. For this project, you will need a plain paper, any kind of thicker paper. These are index cards, but you could use cardstock or any other kind of thick paper that you have. 2 toothpicks, more on this later. Scissors, something to color with. These are Sharpies, but you can use markers, crayons, paint, whatever you want. Dishwashing soap, it doesn't matter what kind, as long as it's soap. A tray that you can put water in. It can be really thin like a pie plate, or it can be any kind of plastic container you have, like this one. You might also want tape and a ruler, but you might not need these. The tape is to help make your boat a little more waterproof if you want. All right, mateys, in order to set sail, we're going to need to start with the base of our ship, which is also called the hull. For this, you're going to need your thicker paper and some scissors. If you want to get a little fancy, you can also use a ruler and a pencil to mark your spots. First, you're going to make a square that's 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, or 4 centimeters by 4 centimeters. I've drawn it here. Now you just need to cut it out. Once your square is cut out, we have to cut a point into one end to make the front of the ship. This is called the bow. I've drawn a little guiding line here on mine so you can see what it's supposed to look like, but you're essentially going to want to make it look like a little house. And you just want to cut these tips off just like this. So that is the bow of our ship. Now we just need to cut a little tiny notch about 1/2 inch at the back of your boat. The back of your boat is called the stern. So I again drew a little picture so you can see what I mean, but now it looks like a house with a little door. So we're going to cut this out, and this later on is where we're going to put our fuel, which in our case is soap. This is also the part of the ship where you might want to change the shape up when you make different boats to see how it affects how it moves. Now that you have the hull of your ship all cut out, you can color it any color you want, or none at all. I'm going to make mine pink, and I'm going to put it on this paper so I don't get any on the table. Now, if you want to make your ship a little bit more waterproof, it's at this point that you could cover your whole ship in a little bit of tape, and that will make it a slightly water resistant. If you're using paint, that will also help make it a little bit more water resistant. All right, mateys, now it's time to make our sail. So we need our piece of regular paper, scissors, and maybe some stuff to draw with. Now there's no real size your sail has to be, but make sure it's not too big for your boat. And remember, decorate your flag if you want to. I'm obviously a pirate, so I had to make a Jolly Roger, but you can do whatever you want. So now our sail needs a mast, which is where our first toothpick comes in. So all you have to do this is take your sail, flip it over, and fold it hot dog style. And then all you want to do is stick your toothpick through both ends of the sail. This part can be a little tricky, so ask for help if you need it. So once it's through, you just squish it open a little bit, and you've got a sail. And you'll see, I think I accidentally gave my skeleton a little unicorn horn. All right, you scurvy dogs. Now that we have the parts of our ship together, all we have to do is attach our sail to the hull or the base of our ship. And all you have to do that is stick it right through, sort of close to the back, but really wherever you want. But make sure it's in the middle, because I think it'll sail better if we do it that way. Or maybe not. We may be pirates, but we're also scientists. So you can make the shape and the size of your boat different if you want to see how differently it will move in the water. Ahoy, sailors! I hope your sea legs are ready because we're ready to set sail. So all I've done is taken my vessel and filled it with just a little bit of water. You don't have to fill it up all the way. Now at this point, we need our dish soap to act as our fuel. I put mine in a little container to make it easier. And our second toothpick. This is what we're going to use to fuel our ship. So here we go. Here is the ship. You want to put it in one corner of your ocean. And then right in that little fuel vessel is where we're going to put our soap. So dip your toothpick in your soap and we're going to put it in and see what happens. Are you ready? Whoa, look how fast that went. Why do you think it did that?
All right, mateys. So why did it do that? Your ship will sail because of surface tension. Water molecules like to cling together. That's why small amounts of them form little droplets. Molecules cling together because they're pulling each other in all directions, the motion of which pulls the surface of the water tight, like the skin of a balloon. When you drop soap into the water, the bonds behind the ship weaken, which reduces the surface tension. So, the rest of the water surface pulls away and drags the boat along with it.
All right, pirates. So we just made our ship sail with only soap. What happens if we try it again in the same water? Nothing. You see, that's because we already broke the surface tension of this water, so we'd have to put new water in it to make it sail again.
Well, mateys, I hope you had as much fun as I did sailing the 7 seas today. And hopefully you try this out again. Maybe you can race your ships with somebody else you live with. That would be really fun. Okay, bye!